I'm going to touch on this topic, and the topic is going to deal with Christmas because Christmas is up and running, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just destroy and distort it, and destroy this lie about Christmas because Christmas has been taught, vibrationally throughout the years, that it's the thing to do. It's been taught to worship this feast day that has nothing to do with Yahushua, has nothing to do with righteousness, has nothing to do with the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Let me edify my point. I mean, the scriptures it has nothing to do with edifying the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read some documentation that I found today, and I'm going to just totally crush it. I'm going to destroy this lie, because the righteous man that we ought to be in Yahushua, this is what we got to do, brothers. We got to find stuff and deteriorate it, man. We got to discern the lies, man. We got to cut it through. And how do we do it? Is by getting the scriptures and doing what we do best. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to destroy this whole Christmas thing, man. I'm going to start with the scripture on Jeremiah, the 10th chapter. And then at the same time, I'm going to read that documentation. Okay, so this is a guy, right? His name is Herbert W. Armstrong, 1892-1986. So his first words is this: where did the world get Christmas? Question mark. From the Bible or paganism? Well, evidently from my research, it's paganism. Here are the astonishing facts which may shock you. Test yourself, how much do you know of the original Christmas tree, or Santa Claus, or of the mistletoe, of the holy wreath, of the custom exchanging gifts. So this is what he says. When I was a little boy, I was taught to hang up my stockings. On Christmas Eve, when I awake the next day, they were filled with small toys and sacks or little boxes of candy and nuts. And besides the mantle from which my stocking hung on the Christmas tree, had suddenly appeared, decorated with my shiny tinsels, and on it hung presents. Other presents for us children were piled on the floor underneath. I was told Santa Claus had come down from the chimney, which is totally madness, which is taught, that you're taught at an early age to believe some stupid looking so-called white man in red has come down from the tree, which is bullshit, during the night and left all of these things. So the thing about Christmas is they don't ask you, when your child asks you, if you're in this world, right, you're going to be like, oh, Santa Claus did it. Santa Claus gave you these presents, But the main point of the matter is what I want to cut to is the whole birth of Christ. Because this is the thing about Christmas. Christmas tells people, and it's been vibrating to people, saying to people that this is the birth of Jesus Christ. But it is not. So I'm going to prove that it's wrong. So this is what he says, right? But did I question my parents had told me? But did I question what my parents had told me? Of course not. I accepted it and took it all for granted. Didn't you? Stop and think a moment. Very few have ever reflected on why they believe what they do. Why they follow the customs they do. From where? From those customs came. That's the main point that we're going to discern today. Where do these customs come from? We were born into a world, and this is what he's going to say. He's going to clarify the point where it came out of. And we grew up accepting them without question. Why sheep instinct? Well, not exactly, but by nature, we do tend to follow the crowd, whether right or wrong. Sheep follows others to the slaughter, which there's a scripture on that, right? In Proverbs, where it's mentioned, I think I might have to, is it in Proverbs? Well, I'll put it on post production, brothers. Yeah, right or wrong, sheep follows others into the slaughter. Humans ought to check up what they are going. Where they are going. How? When did Christmas originate? Does Christmas really celebrate the birthday of Christ? Question mark. Or was Jesus born on December 25th? So basically, the question mark is left like this. I'm going to leave it to that point right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read some scriptures, right, to prove that that's a lie. That's a total lie. And by the knowledge that I know, by the little knowledge that I know on this matter, right, on this topic alone, it's going to destroy what's been taught about Christmas. Because the main thing is that if you find out about where Christ was born, he was born on the Passover. And the day of the Passover, well, not the day, but the month of the Passover would be considered the third month, right? Which is March or April. Well, we don't know the month, but the Passover is in a day where, according to the Gregorian calendar, it was either between March or April. That's where the Passover was at. So Christ was not born on December 25th. That's bullshit, man. That's garbage. And what I want to say is the birth of December 25th was the birthday of Nimrod. And these Christmas trees are a representation of the Christmas tree is a representation of Nimrod's penis. It's an obelisk. And it's a vain doctrine that's taught by people of Satan. And who are the people of Satan? These so-called white people. And to further clarify the point, is that it's worshipped by a so-called white man named Nimrod, who was king during the Roman Empire, who killed the so-called black babies during the time of the Roman Empire, man. Because there was going to come a so-called black man, which was from the tribe of Judah, which was Yahushua, right? Who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. There was a so-called white man that was bound to kill him, man. You see what I mean? So all these things take place. These things had to take place, man. But it didn't happen. Nimrod didn't kill Yahushua yet. But he was killed during the Roman Empire, Jesus. He was killed. People would say, well, Jews led him to his death. Well, that's true. But did the Jews kill Jesus? No. It was the Romans that killed him. That's who killed him. It was a bunch of so-called white people that actually killed him, man. That slaughtered him and just diminished his image, man. So what I'm gonna do is not to go off point, but to stay on point on this Christmas thing. Because first of all, I'm gonna go to Amos 5:21. Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. So, isn't Christmas a feast day? That's made up. Isn't Christmas a feast day that was not of the Most High? Isn't Christmas a feast day of Satan? Isn't the feast day basically representing the false man, but is lied to the people and say that it's focusing on Jesus Christ, but it's not? So all those things that I answered.